Literally, it took me 3 times to start this over because I'm over here freaking trying to perfect it. This is what happens when I do these videos and try to be so perfect rather than just be myself. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. Sending out a lot of love. So this is the energy that happens when I start getting frustrated with myself. I wanted to say I made a post about the 1,000, us hitting 1,000 on Instagram and the community post, and just wanted to say a big ass thank you. And I'm not even past I was past the 30-second mark when I said ass. Sweet. So I was past the 30-second mark so I could curse. But what I was trying to say is I wanted to give a shout out to this comment right here because they said they were my 1,000. So shout out to you, Iron Lion, and stick around because we're gonna have many fun adventures. And thanks for being along for the ride, like you even said. And everyone, thanks for being along for the ride. Warhammer 40k is the most interesting, I think, in my, besides I would say stumbling into all the lore that's in D&D, and especially Matt's Critical Role universe. There's a lot of interesting stuff out here. There is, and the discovery of it is so freaking awesome because that's what I like as like being someone who just watches videos and like also does like my own like commentary over thing. I like connecting so many other worlds. We won't go too deep. Let's just get to Nurgle. But nonetheless, thank you again. I am definitely making a video for the 1,000, talking about some things, talking about Talia, and I want to bring up some cool ideas that we may do. Even talk about horror, having like a horror day. So there's probably some great horror stories in the Warhammer 40k. I mean, some of them are horror stories, but like a horror day where I just take a day out of the week to literally have all the most things that could have scared you. I really want to do that as an idea. Just a day where there's just so much horror. So I know you Warhammer 40k peeps definitely. How long have I been saying that? But you W4K, but you guys definitely have some videos out there that are horror based. Lay them on me. I know you guys have seen some shit because there's definitely seeing some shit in this universe. So, all right. With that all out the way, tried to naturally flow as best as possible. I'm not gonna restart this video again. Let's do Understanding Chaos Part 3 with Nurgle. Shout out to the Amber King if you want me to take down my video. I do not mind. If you want to send me videos to watch, leave them down below in the comments, and hit me on my socials if you want me to see it sooner. And yeah, let's go. Understand. Only War. This is by Only War.
He felt the sting at the back of his left knee. Something had opened a minuscule hole in the flank of his ceramite. Hatred filled him as quickly as the flies filled his armor, biting at him, devouring all ability to think or reason, as he fell into the mindlessness of fighting simply to prolong the inevitable. He swung his thunder hammer wildly until he felt the pushback of another power field repelling it. The flies parted just enough that he could make out his foe. Dark green armor, red pauldrons. The eye slits of his helm were a T-shape through which no face could be seen through the darkness. The presence spoke to Clavum, and he somehow heard him through the buzzing, comprehended him through the pain.
Let your raging hearts be still, brother, for you have found love.
Clavum grit his teeth, the filthy, greasy, hairy things infesting his ears, his nostril, his mouth disgusted him.
No.
Yet the madness finally made sense with the words of the stranger.
I'm not gonna lie, Nurgle is the one side of chaos corruption that just hits something I do not like. I feel like, but actually listening to this makes me go back on things I said on the past. Nurgle seemed pretty cool for this excerpt till we get into the real part, but
Be free from pain, brother, for Nurgle
Plague.
cherishes you.
Nurgle.
He felt his strength return, the stinging of the flies melting into pleasant tickling sensations that caressed his raw flesh.
Be free from loneliness,
So now
for you carry your children within your armor.
They got plague mace.
The creatures burrowed and nestled within him, filling
That's it. I'm getting extreme. Oh, that's disgusting. Imagine. Hang on. Imagine being. I gotta crouch down. Yeah, gotta crouch down. Imagine. Listen. Imagine fighting these guys, right? And they decide that you are gonna be a part of Nurgle's army. And can we show our chess region on YouTube? Does this start getting into a 18+ video? Well, okay. I won't. But imagine you're fighting, you're shooting, and these boys come through, right? And look at the picture. Oh my gosh. Imagine getting hit with an infected sword, but literally it's not like poison damage. You get cut, and all the I'll just show a bit. And then like the flies and maggots go in here, and then freaking tentacles. This is why I don't like Nurgle. I'd rather even be with Khorne or Slaanesh. I'd rather be okay, you know what? Never mind. It's getting too extreme. We won't even say it. I take that back. I take back whatever I was about to say about Slaanesh. I'm not with it. But also, now that we're in the middle of the video and we're with Nurgle, or well, we're kind of at the beginning, but who'd win? Wait, oh yeah, wait. Did I do a versus in the other video? Was it Khorne versus Zini Boy? Okay, well now these three. Let's pose that question. Who would you be under? Nurgle. Can't say Slaanesh right now until we get to Slaanesh. But Nurgle, Khorne, or Zini Boy? Who's joining Zini Boy with me? Come on. You really want tentacles and stuff popping out you? Yeah, let's continue.
filling his entire body with blessed warmth.
Yeah, no.
Be not an orphan, for Nurgle is father to all.
Those words lifted Cavum's heart as his soul was washed clean of bitterness built over centuries of thankless labor.
That's disgusting.
He saw then the true reason his chapter knew not their Primarch. The truth scoured away any shred of loyalty still spitefully clinging to his mind.
Dismiss not the mortal, for all are one with the Plague Father. Cherish them
Plague
as
Father.
your children, and reap the love of Grandfather Nurgle in turn.
Clavum lowered his weapons as the flies cleared, which allowed him to see the guardsmen standing once more, dancing in a ring around him. His brothers were also blessed as he was, cheering and singing joyously.
So odd that when he said dancing a ring around him, it really made me think about the bubonic plague and then the nursery rhyme that came from it. Or is it considered a nursery rhyme? The ashes, ashes, we all fall down, because it was like they were burning the bodies of the people who caught the plague and throwing them into piles or whatever it was. That just made me think about that, because that had to do with a plague, and Grandfather Nurgle is plague, so just weird connection.
In the purity of decay that permeated their beings. His adopted children too joined the song by buzzing within him.
They've got like
Through them
they've got like termite blades and like maggots. Or I cannot do Nurgle. I'm literally just there's a beauty to the change and the alteration and the disgust and the pestilence. It's just not my thing. This is the
Clavin
hardest
felt
one to get through.
Nurgle himself speak to him,
I think I'm just gonna let it play.
casting
No more
aside
pausing.
his instruments of death completely. Clavin threw his hands to the sky in reverence
Okay.
as he made his proclamation in union with all his brothers,
Okay.
cousins, and children to their one great father.
Grandfather, actually.
Despair, a sin, the source of power for the dark entity known as Nurgle. You cannot deny that you have been overcome by despair at least once in your life. Was it because of insecurity, denial, or possibly the fear of danger affecting someone you care about? Despair is defeat, a cry of your soul when all is lost. In life, this feeling ebbs and flows. However, it is Nurgle who takes this to extreme depths. As a patron of this feeling in the warp, Nurgle manifests this despair in the form of disease and pestilence. The desperate, dying, and diseased feel despair on a level beyond others, and this is when they are at truly the lowest point that they come to Nurgle.
Okay. So you literally have to be experiencing the emotion that falls under the certain god so intensely. But chaos god. But that's crazy because then Slaanesh has to do with desires and all that. So, damn, I feel like in our like real world, it'd be Zine. No, because probably past. No, it'd be Zine. No, it'd actually be all of them because they're all manifestations of our. Wow. That's another question. Two, boom. Which chaos god would you think would appear the most on this plane we call Earth? What had me, I was gonna laugh, but then I got wanted to get real, like questioning and deep diving, so I snapped into detective mode, not detective mode, but like agent mode. What do you think? Oh no, interviewer mode. We'll come up with something. Interviewer lunar, but the shoulder pads. I wanted to laugh at them and say, look at the shoulder pads, but I couldn't, or the shoulder arm.
To find alleviation from their pain. Paradoxically, this patron god of despair, stagnation, and disease does not grant
his
devotees
arm is, like,
death
pussed
or
up.
release from their suffering. Instead, Nurgle provides not redemption from their ailments, but rather comfort within their suffering. For something to die, it would be change. And it is stagnation that powers the Plague Father. For in a strange perspective, Nurgle is also the embodiment of life. For regeneration comes from decay, just as hope springs from despair. The manifestation of the corruption of Nurgle is a mind-bending, putrid display of these emotions and traits. In the realm of the Plague Father within the warp, you will find a truly disgusting place of disease, decay, death, and rebirth. This nauseating realm
Listen to that, folks. This is where you'll need your mask.
is home to every pox and affliction imaginable, and is alive with a stench of rot. This garden is not a wasteland, but rather a twisted paradise for death and pestilence. As you enter, you would find buzzing swarms of black, furry flies littering the sky, and molded, twisted flora and fauna with rivers of pus and defecation, smells and sounds that seep into your body, pumping in that very feeling of despair, a place of revulsion personified. But what happens when that overwhelming corruption starts to crawl its way into your mind? At first you are overwhelmed by crippling despair. Your mind turns inwards as you see any beacon of hope inside you extinguished. You are disgusted as you see your body start to decay and rot. As the corruption finally washes over the last remaining parts of your soul, the change happens. Whereas once you might have begged for death, now you are overcome by acceptance. The universe is a rotten place, full of pain, but with the grandfather Nurgle, you see a sense of comfort. despair is replaced by disturbing joviality, like a madman who understands that nothing can hurt him in his mind palace of madness. Where there was once disgust at the sight and smell of decay, disease and rot, it is replaced by morbid fascination. As with the corruption coursing through you, you can now see the true beauty of rebirth and life.
Another bad joke. A stag tease. You know, stag. No.
In the corrupted flora and fauna and bacteria Nurgle offers. The problem with all this joy is that now you are filled with the desire to spread this amazing gift, seeing the cries of victims as gratitude rather than agony. The corruption of Nurgle is strong on your mind, but perhaps amongst all of the dark gods, the followers of Nurgle show the most vivid corruption in their body. As the influence of Nurgle washes over your body, you become a swollen, walking bag of pus and putrents. Your skin swells and rots all the way to the bone. You continuously leak organic fluids, infected with every disgusting bacteria, virus, fungus, and infectious agent that can be conjured by the imagination. From the lowliest cultist that springs forth boils, sickly complexions, and putrefying bone or horn, all the way to the level of a demon prince of the Plague Father, who have monstrously sized forms, sometimes resembling creatures such as flies, maggots, rats, and many others, such as with Mortarion of the Death Guard, who possesses giant moth wings, surrounding his tainted husk of a body. A tall, enduring, hulking form awaits all the followers of the Plague Father, though the reality of this warping is you become a rotten form that reflects the heart within,
look at the
a corrupted image of despair and death.
I love this dude's reading of that. That was sick. And then Slaanesh, the excerpt will be Amber King. The one thing I have to say about Nurgle, and basically to let y'all go on and enjoy the rest of y'all day, is just like, what the heck? How do you literally fight against these dudes? Like, you know what I'm saying? It seems like certain things. I don't know. I would say for the most, yeah, man, I got a lot to say about Nurgle. I'm that guy. I'm the Nurgle trash talker. I'm the Nurgle rejecting bandit. The thing about Nurgle is, like, when you go up against to fight his armies, they literally seem like impossible to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're in a house and then someone ran in and threw like a mustard gas grenade or something, like I don't know, chlorine gas. Like they like threw just what do you do? It seeps through every crack and crevice. Maybe slowly, it slowly can't get through the obstructions, but Nurgle seems like his pus and disgusting soldiers seep into everything. So, like, how do you fight against something that's just like breeding disease on the very armor? You like could not get close. You would have. There's a meme. I don't know if anyone knows this meme. Please tell me down below if you do. Where it's the meme of the MMA fighters, and it's like he's like, I can't let you get close. Please stop. I can't let you get close. Oh man, that's so funny. If you know it, say it. But seriously, like if I could edit in the meme right now and then slap on Nurgle's, if I could find the meme and then slap on like a Nurgle soldier's head or to the guy that provoked the one guy, and then a regular Astartes on the next guy that was, I can't let you get close. That's like the definition of Nurgle. That'd be a funny way to end the video. But seriously, like how do you fight them? They're literally like, I feel like if you kill them too, it's like, it's like when I was talking about earlier about the bubonic plague and how they were handling the bodies. It's almost like that. When they die on the battlefield, walking by and like breathing the same air that they're breathing even seems risky. They drip with pus that has almost okay, we're done. We're going on to Slaanesh next. And yeah, I'll see you on that one. Much love and moonlight. Peace out.